Okay, I'll start this next video with my wall here. I'll kind of scooch back here so you can see. And over here I have all of my lace and trim, and it's on the ribbon ring system. And it's nice because it's out where I can see it and see what I have. Up top is kind of a display shelf. And there's an award that my daughter made for me. Apparently, I'm the best mom ever. And then here I have a dowel that I've hung from the shelf that holds all my ribbon that's on spools. And then these are some of my favorite wood-mounted rubber stamps. And then over here I have some tags that I'm displaying. These are, I made these two, and then this one I received in a swap. And behind there is a basket full of skeins of fiber. And then over here I have all my beads. There's a picture of my daughter when she was about 2. She's 14 now. And down here I have, this is basically just a hodgepodge of trims, twine, lace, etc. And underneath that is just skeins of ribbon that I got from Creative Fiber Arts. It's that really pretty ribbon yarn that she sells. And then right here I have the Crafter's Bible. And in here I have watercolors in tubes. And there's my little pink cuddle bug that I love. And then over here, this is just full of little Ziploc bags in different sizes. Here, this says charms, but it's not charms. It's just a bunch of, used to be charms before I changed over to the other system, but it's just a bunch of metal stuff and jewelry findings and things like, you know, hinges and all that metal whatnot. And then below that there are flowers, there's some Prima flowers in there, there's some dollar store flowers that need to be taken off, you know, have the plastic stuff taken off of them and stuff like that. There's my little Xyron sticker maker. Those are my Cricut cartridges. I only have 3 because I refuse to pay more than $20 for them, so I have to be really patient on eBay. And plus I just haven't really been desperately into finding Cricut cartridges, so there are a few that I want, but there's other stuff that's higher priority for me right now. And then over here I have this shelf, and this shelf was built in, and it was here when I moved in. And up at the top I have my Your Story machine, and then down below that is all of my clear stamps and my stamping blocks. And then here are my Tim Holtz Sizzix dies. And then down here I have a lot of my better paints, my Liquitex paints, gesso, there's some glitter there, Martha Stewart glitter. And then this is where I keep my Starburst stains. And what I do when I get them is I take a piece of paper, like white cardstock, and make a little sample and glue it to the bottle, and that way I can see what the stain actually looks like on paper, because when you look at the bottle you just can't really tell what the color is. And then I've got some Moonshadow mists over here, just a couple. I am going to get more eventually, but and then down below I have all my craft paints, and they're on a spice rack that I found at Goodwill for a couple bucks, and that holds all of my craft paint. And then down below that I have my mini mister holder. This is just some drawing ink that's kind of fun to play with. And these are all my stickles. I don't really have a whole lot. I'd like to get some more, but one thing at a time. And these are the magical micas that I have, and that's another thing I'd like to get more of. And then my alcohol inks, my inking tool. And then down below that are all of my stamp pads. I have the original 24 of the Tim Holtz Distress inks, and I've labeled them all on the front as far as what color they are. It just makes it easier for me to find what I'm looking for. And then I have some paint daubers over here, and then my ribbon. All of my ribbon that's not on spools is right there. And then up here, the light's not great in here, is a sign that my daughter made for me. It says Mindy's Happy Place, and this is indeed my happy place. And then down over here, sorry about the light, there's quite a bit of light coming in through the window. I have these boxes that I got from IKEA, and I put some Amy Butler paper over the front of them. And what I keep in here is 6x6 papers. And then here I have like a hodgepodge of die cuts, stickers, tickets, doodads, just anything you can imagine is in that drawer. And in this drawer I have paper scraps, all different kinds of paper. I used to every once in a while buy those packets of paper scraps. In here is all just magazine cutouts, collage fodder. I used to do a lot more collage and stuff, but I don't want to get rid of that stuff because you never know when I might get back into that. And then in here I have more paper scraps, some punches and things like that. In here, just some old ink pads that I need to toss. I could use that drawer for something else. And then in here is my X-Acto knife set. And then in this drawer I have my Distress Crackle paints and some refills for my cutter. And then over here is where I have all my paper collections. I stole this idea from Arlene. Thanks, Arlene. Great idea. And then over here I have an Expedit, and it's a 2x4. And it basically houses all my large paper pads, and there's colored cardstock. I've got wax paper and contact paper in here. I've got paper bags in here, file folders, other things like that. Bunch of art books, scrapbooking books, that sort of thing. And then here is where I keep all of my Creative Fiber Arts fibers, and I'll show you that. This is a little container that I found at IKEA. It was a couple bucks, and it's got these dividers in it. And so what I did was took all the air out of these bags, tried to flatten them as much as I could, and then I just slide them in here, and then that way I can see all the colors and what I have, and so that works out really well. And then I have a couple alphabet stamp sets here, and this is where I keep all my punches, which I would like to find a better solution for that. Just other miscellaneous stuff. Here's the rest of my Sizzix dies, which I don't really have a very big collection. My Cuttlebug folders, and there's some Cuttlebug dies back there too. And then up here, I'm going to do this real quick, I've got all my buttons, brads, flowers, you can see all that ribbon scraps. And then I've got this homemade Clip It Up that I made out of a paper towel holder and the metal piece out of a lampshade, and it works great. I just feel like I should spend my money on other things instead of a Clip It Up. So anyway, that is my scrap room, and I hope you enjoyed my tour, and thanks for watching.